So everybody's obsessing over the BBC losing 1.1 billion when that's not even the real story. The real story is what the BBC plans to do next. Digital enforcement. But you'll have to carry on listening to find out about that. The Public Accounts Committee has just released a report spelling out the BBC's biggest crisis in decades. Yes, 1.1 billion is a staggering figure. That's how much the BBC is missing because people are cancelling, refusing, or simply ignoring the TV licence. But that number is just the symptom. The disease is something else entirely. You see, the BBC isn't losing money because Britain suddenly forgot to pay its bills. It's losing money because people don't think the BBC reflects them anymore. Younger viewers have completely left. Older, rural and lower income households feel completely ignored. And the PAC report literally says the BBC's mission to serve all audiences is now utterly at risk. That's the story. That's the collapse. And here's where it gets even more interesting. While everyone's arguing about that 1.1 billion, buried further down the report is something far more revealing. MPs told the BBC bluntly that the old enforcement model, sending people door to door, is dying. It doesn't work. So what's coming next? Well, a digital-first enforcement system. Think account tracking, think sign-in monitoring, think iPlayer tied directly to your household license status. They're not spying on viewers. Let's stay accurate for now. But the direction of travel is obvious. If you shift enforcement from front doors to digital accounts, that means the BBC knows who's watching online and when they're watching, and whether they've paid. And critics are already warning this edges uncomfortably close to monitoring audience behaviour. That's the real story, and it tells you everything about how out of touch the BBC has become with modern Britain. They want to know what people are watching on Netflix, Amazon, Disney+, because they haven't got a clue. And we look at the wider picture, they're losing younger viewers at a rate no public broadcaster has ever survived. Only 51% of young adults feel the BBC reflects them. They're behind on developing new commercial content. They've made questionable decisions on regional services, and they've had scandal after scandal, culminating in the Director General stepping down. So yes, the 1.1 billion matters, but focusing on that is like staring at a cracked windscreen when the entire car engine is falling out. The BBC isn't just losing money, it's losing relevance, and its answer isn't reform or better content or rebuilding trust. It's doubling down on digital enforcement as if the problem is the public not paying rather than the public switching off. That's the story people should be furious about.